Hello, V-Gates. My name is Third, and if you don't like and subscribe, I'm going to explode. I've talked a lot about the things people have done for fame before. I mean, my past 2 videos have been about purely that. 3 if you count Gen Xers embarrassing themselves. But to add to that quadrility, I'm gonna talk about something that has pissed me off for so many months. You saw the title, you know what this video is about. You guys ever find yourself in such a state of bedrotting to the point where you're just like doom scrolling on TikTok for hours on end? Yeah, me too. Have you ever noticed how many goddamn emotional manipulation ass videos there are? I have. If you give me 4 notifications in the next 15 minutes, which just so happens to be the amount of ways you can interact with a video on TikTok, then your crush will text you back. If you're seeing this on Saturday, November 2nd, then it's a sign. Comment claim to locking and... You know that boy? Tall with, like, brown hair? A description that isn't basic enough to fit anyone ever? He's ignoring you? But he wants you. Comment skibbity to lock in. AJR is gonna release a new song. Share to 5 people to unclaim the negative energy. And the like. In this era of my life, I don't see a lot of these videos on my For You page. That partially has to do with the fact that I don't interact with them, and the algorithm therefore thinks that I don't give a shit about them. But I used to give a shit about them. Around this time, last year, I started to have such a debilitating crush on someone that I, at times, genuinely could not think about anything else but them. It was so bad. I had it so bad. And to preface the next thing that I'm about to say, I'm not, like, diagnosed with anything, because anytime I bring up a diagnosis of literally anything, my doctor blames my period or my phone. So, but as some idiot 9049 pointed out, maybe. I know it maybe doesn't seem like it in my videos, but put me in a room full of people that I haven't dictated as safe, and I will sit silently in the corner playing fruit game while I wait for my mommy to pick me up. If it isn't autism, then it's for sure anxiety. Fun fact, while I was taking my permit test, that's the one that's multiple choice and allows you to get like 9 wrong, I think, I almost barfed. And I was nauseous for the rest of the day. I had to miss school, dude. Get me on meds. But anyway, due to whatever's wrong with my brain, starting conversations, worst fear, guys. Well, maybe not worst fear, cause, you know, AJR. So instead of growing some nuts like a regular person, or perhaps an almond tree, I relied on manifestation in the form of TikTok videos. Specifically, the ones that tell you to use an audio. Want proof? There's your proof. I have been personally affected by these videos, and I obviously know now that they don't work, and I'd like to think that everyone else thinks the same, but obviously they don't, though. Fucking duh. I wouldn't be making this video if they did. I find that the reason these videos work so well as engagement bait, despite the fact that it's pretty obviously lying, is because they hide their lies behind spirituality and manifestation. I've mentioned the fact that I'm not religious enough times for someone to make a 10-minute long compilation of it, and I'm not gonna, like, hate on cards, tarot cards, or manifestation, or anything of the sort, but I have a small feeling that liking and sharing and commenting on a video is not a legitimate way to manifest. Dude, if my religion or spirituality or whatever was based on TikTok, I'd kill myself. Just jokes, guys. Just jokes. Crazy part is, if you go into these comment sections, a lot of the comments are, claim without sound. That's not how that works, guys. Won't work either way, but it for sure won't work that way. Can you imagine if any other religion did that? Father, I've sinned. Okay. Do you want me to forgive you, or... No. I claim without sound. I mean without apologizing. The manifestation thing isn't super harmful, to be fair. It's using people's emotions, but it isn't, like, super immoral or anything. However, there's a second type of video that is, that is immoral. Like this video or your dog's gonna die. Like this video or your mom's gonna die. The flame is going out between you two. Like this video to save it. Like this video or AJR is gonna release a new song. Like this video or a pipe bomb is gonna be sent to your mailbox. I like to call this type of TikTok fear baiting. I complain a lot on this channel. I really do. However, a lot of it is, for the most part, hyperbolic. This isn't, though, because it makes me so genuinely upset anytime I see one of these videos because it's blatant emotional manipulation. A lot of the times, it's using people's mental disorders against them. I have maybe anxiety, but it's mostly of the social breed. But my buddy with OCD, dude, she already has a little voice in the back of her mind saying that she needs to flip a light switch 3 times or her parents are gonna die. She doesn't also need an unqualified TikTok manifester telling her that her parents will also die if she doesn't like the video and share with 3 people. You are not McCafferty or American Football or Suicide Boys or Modern Baseball or Joy Again or The Strokes or I Dress or Surf Cruise or The Front Bottoms or Deftones or Cigarettes After Sex or Mac DeMarco or Tame Impala or Cage the Elephant or The Neighborhood or Arctic Monkeys or Two Hollis or Alex G or The Smiths or Car Seat Headrest or TV Girl or Weezer or Radiohead or The Cure. Why are you a manipulator? You aren't even making good music to make up for it. Like, yeah, Morrissey is a horrible white supremacist vegan that hates poor people and claims to know how Joan of Arc felt. But that doesn't stop his stupid band from being my #1 most listened to on Spotify. I can't help that his voice is smooth like butter. Similarly to a criminal undercover. Under the fear-baiting umbrella is, again, fear-baiting using religion. I'm gonna gloss over the fact that a lot of religions already use fear as a means to get people to join or to get people to stay, despite how hateful some of those spaces can be. Cough, cough, Christianity. And I'm just gonna move straight on to the people that use it to get views, okay? Okay. Here on YouTube, there's an account called God Voice Message. Not messages, I don't know why. If you go to their account and sort by oldest, then you'll find videos that are about a year old. Here, you'll see a lot of titles and thumbnails saying things like, "Don't skip this. If you ignore this video, then you'll go to hell." And if you scroll a bit further, you'll find prayer for peace and protection during a high-risk pregnancy. What? I'm not gonna sit here and say that praying's bad, like, especially in a life-threatening situation, because I recognize that it can comfort people. It just, it reminds me of a certain group of people that would rather let family members die than allow doctors to give blood transfusions. A certain group of people that, perchance, relies on prayer and doesn't believe in modern medicine. I'm talking about Jehovah's Witnesses, obviously. I truthfully don't even know if the high-risk pregnancy video was meant to be that kind of thing where women should refuse doctors and rely solely on prayer. But if it is, that's, like, super-duper harmful, obviously. I don't think I have to say that. Also, you know when you say God damn it or Jesus Christ and someone tells you not to say the Lord's name in vain? Well, believe it or not, that little phrase that every Gen Xer has told me in my lifetime has a few meanings. And wouldn't you know it, using God's or Jesus' name for your own personal gain is one of them. That's why it's so funny to me when I see these accounts on TikTok or on YouTube. The posts will tell you that if you don't comment Jesus is king, then you'll go straight to hell. But oh my god, you are literally sitting by telling people that. That's like if a vegan started yelling at people for eating honey, meanwhile having like 30 deer heads mounted on their walls. I live in Minnesota though, so I've definitely seen that. Mounted on their walls? More like mounted on their walls. That sounds really bad. Never mind. A common pattern that I've seen with these kinds of accounts on YouTube is that they're like super duper made by AI, and it's super duper obvious. That's a small thing though, it doesn't really have to do with this video's topic. It does show how obvious of a content farm accounts like those are though. By the way, before anyone gets on my ass for being disrespectful, my one Christian friend was the one that suggested this account to me, and he said that it doesn't reflect true Christian views. So, I'm allowed to be a hater. Staying on the topic of religion, spirituality, which I've already talked about, also plays a role in this, mostly the manifestation side of things. Again, one of the arguments that I've seen is that if you see these videos a lot, it's a sign, and I'm really sorry to everyone that believes this, but it isn't. I believed that too for a while. I would interact with every single one of these videos I saw as they instructed me to, and there were genuine times where I would get 10 videos in a row that were all manifestation. That was just the algorithm doing its job. A piece of proof for this is that I started favoriting manifestation videos on TikTok so that I could have them for this video, and they started to wildly pop up, which made my job easier, but, I'm not saying that manifestation is wrong or doesn't work, but these TikTokers and YouTubers are milking your beliefs and probably giving you false hope about a relationship you really want. Or they're making you scared of something terrible happening, which inclines you to like and follow and share. It is blatant emotional manipulation. It is literally using people's mental states to lazily get views. There are people with genuine problems like paranoia or OCD that will end up mentally suffering because of these videos, or they'll interact with them all the time until the recommended feed gets plagued with them, which will only make it worse. These videos are not only annoying as hell, but also, super morally wrong. The next thing is a smaller issue because I don't see it that much, but it's an issue nonetheless. If you're an American, the election obviously happened recently. Even if you're not American, yeah, whatever. And the results of it left a lot of people hopeless and scared, as they should be after people put cheap groceries over their right to, like, marry whoever they want. The cheap groceries aren't even gonna come, by the way. If it does, that's because the orange fat freak inherited Biden's economy. The 34 count felon will only make it worse. Tariffs have never worked in the history of this country. But I digress. Because of this fear, not even a day passed before I saw people advertising stuff for off-the-grid survival on the TikTok shop. And that's fine. But the people that promote these products on the TikTok shop get revenue from other people buying whatever they're promoting. Once again, great example of using other people's fear for your own benefit. Just like every other baiting account I've ever talked about, literally the only way to get these people to stop posting or to get the accounts to stop popping up as much is to stop interacting with them. I'm willing to bet that the vast majority of the people that comment claim on these videos aren't affected by them the same way that people with anxiety issues do. In which case, it's time to wake up. Scrolling won't make you gain weight and interacting won't make you lose it. I wish it was that easy, but it isn't. For your own mental health as well as others, stop interacting with these videos. It's not good for your brain to feel threatened or even for it to be given false hope. And to anyone that struggles with anxiety, you are safe. And I know damn well that isn't enough to comfort someone with an anxiety disorder, but it's true. TikTok is a social media platform where a lot of its creators benefit off of people with mental health issues or mental illness. Don't let these stupid TikTokers or YouTubers who have nothing better to do than repost the same image 30 times with just slightly different text overlaid over them run your life, if you can. This video was, like, not super funny, and I deeply apologize for that. I'm just, like, filled with a lot of rage right now due to recent events, and this is how I expel it. Better than storming a governmental building. If I haven't made it at all clear, this channel is a safe space for people of color and people of the LGBTQ community and women. Duh. If you don't agree with that, please leave. I don't want you here anyway. Alright, you were all great. My name is Third. Guten, bye.